Happy Friday, Eagles. It's been a great week here at Dunlap High School, with one exception. You'll see that our COVID numbers are up. Obviously, I think that you could attribute that to all of our homecoming activities, possibly, and a lot of the get-togethers before and after our homecoming dance. Uh, Six is higher than we want, but if you look at the quarantine numbers, only two students quarantined, so that's obviously much better than last year at this time. Symptomatic 17 and 41 have returned, so we're hoping those numbers obviously decrease next week. Attendance, I got to hit this again. Attendance is extremely important. We have one attendance secretary, Mrs. Flanagan. She works from 7:15 in the morning to 3:45 in the afternoon, and is nonstop tracking attendance. It makes it very difficult when students don't sign out. So please, if you are out in the parking lot and you're texting your student, they have to sign out. Otherwise, we spend a lot of time tracking down where that student was and why they were gone and what hours they missed and so forth. So if you can help us with that, that would be wonderful. I mean, our day here, as far as attendance is concerned, is very challenging anyway. Like for instance, this week we had the PSAT test that took students out. We had a choir concert that took students out. We have buses arriving late. That we have to track all those hours. So if you could help remind your students when they leave the building for an appointment, they need to sign out in the office. That would help immensely. So thank you for that. Phones. We've had some problems this week with phones. I would say we have problems every week with phones, but more this week. And interestingly enough, it seems to be coming back to our students' moms are texting them in school. So I totally appreciate the fact that you need to send a note to your student to remind them to do this or remind them not to forget this. Uh, but while you're reminding them, tell them to not be on their phone during class. I mean, we don't mind obviously if they check an important message from mom and give them a quick reply, but we can't have a conversation going on. So that was just interestingly enough this week, one of those things that happened more than 4 or 5 times. So help us with that. Um, PSAT results. So we had our juniors take out their PSAT test this Wednesday. Those results, I know I already got emails asking when they're going to be in. Those won't be in until right around our semester finals. That's typically right before or during our finals is when we get those results back. So hopefully we'll be able to report those before the holiday break. Um, if we received information on Socktober, that is our drive for our local Veterans Association, our local Veterans Clinic here in Peoria. Last year we were 2,200 pairs of socks. This year we're trying to get 3,000 pairs of socks. So please, if you're out this weekend considering buying a couple pairs of socks for our veterans, send them to school with your student, or you can bring them to the game next Friday night, and that will get you into the game free. So we will have a little recognition plan for them then as well. So that's a great cause. If you can contribute to that, we would really appreciate that. You received information this week on parent-teacher conferences. A little bit different. We're still using Pick a Time. Remember, if you request a virtual conference, you need to email each of those teachers that you want to meet virtually with, and they will send you a Google link. And in that, it'll actually be a calendar invite. In that Google Calendar invite will be a link. And that video I sent out yesterday should be able to explain that. Other than that, we had financial aid night also on Wednesday for our seniors. That was really well attended. Mrs. Clockett did a really good job with that. And we had a really successful choir concert yesterday, or two concerts, one in the afternoon, which I attended, and then one in the evening. So things were great this week, much better than they have been. And as if you remember last week, I told you that I was going to go muskie fishing, and if I caught one, I would share with you. So I didn't expect to be able to share this picture, but as you can see right there, that is my first muskie. So I've been wanting to do this for a couple years. I've been acquiring equipment over the last 2 years, and an hour and a half into it, and I'm told it's a fish of 10,000 casts, and I believe it to be because I got really lucky. An hour and a half into it, I had finished my figure eight at the boat, and I'd raised the lure out of the water about a foot. And to my surprise, this 37.5-inch muskie jumped out of the water and grabbed the bait, and excitement ensued. So a great weekend for me. I think that I shared that with you because and last week, so it brought me luck. So I might have to do that in the future. But there she is. She was released unharmed, and hopefully she'll be a 40-incher for somebody next year. All right. Dunlap, that's a lot of information for this week. Until we talk again, you stay healthy and you stay classy. Thanks.